So good morning, all of you. So in this class, we discuss remaining four components of Poset or Hasse diagram terminology. In last class, we already discussed about four components of Poset, that is maximal element, minimal element, greatest element, and least element. So what is maximal element? All the top elements of the Hasse diagram is called maximal element, and all the bottom elements of Hasse diagram is called minimal element, and the in a Hasse diagram, unique maximal element is called greatest element and unique least element is called least element. These are so in this class we are going to discuss remaining four components. Those are upper bound, lower bound, greatest lower bound, least upper bound. So first upper bound, we consider B to A. B to A. So what is B to A? Here A is main set in which all the elements contain in Hasse diagram, and B is a subset of A in which we have to take two or three elements according to the given example. Sometimes in the examination the set is given. Okay, sometimes the subset is given for given set. So in other case, we have to take two or three elements according to the given example. Okay, and compare it and find the relation. So we compare all the elements of B. We compare all the elements of B to all the elements of A and compare it relation. And compare it relation means, so all the elements of B is related to all the elements of A or not. Okay. So first we compare all the elements of B to all the elements of A is related or not. In that we find upper bound. Okay. So next one, lower bound. So we consider A to B. In this lower bound, so what is B to A to B? So here A is the main set in which all the elements contain in Hasse diagram, and B is the subset of A in which we have to take two or three elements of given example and compare it and find the relation. So in this we compare all the elements of A to all the elements of B, and all the elements of A are related to B or not, and then find lower bound. So after finding upper bound and lower bound, then we have to find GLB. GLB means greatest to lower bound or meet infimum. It is also known as meet. Okay, and we will denote it by and symbol it, and we will denote it by and symbol. Okay, so least upper bound, LUB means least upper bound and is also known as join supremum, and we will denote it by R sign. So R is also considered like union, and is also like intersection. Okay, now so meet, so two elements meet the point and two elements join the point. Okay, so these all four components are very important to understand the concept of lattice. So what is that? Upper bound, lower bound, and greatest lower bound, least upper bound. So because in the lattice concept, these components are used very deeply, so we have to understood it very carefully. Okay, so how we calculate upper bound and how we calculate lower bound, and how we calculate greatest lower bound and least upper bound. So let us consider an example. So find upper bound, lower bound, greatest lower bound, least upper bound from the following Hasse diagram. Hess diagram. Okay. So we already take this example to calculate maximal element and minimal element, greatest element and least element. So in this given Hasse diagram, the maximal elements are H comma Z. Okay. And the minimal element is A. Okay. So if for this Hasse diagram, greatest element is not exist because here maximal elements are not unique, but least element is exist, that is A. Okay. So now we have to find upper bound, lower bound, GLB, LUB of the given Hasse diagram. So first we consider in this Hasse diagram, the elements of A is equal to all the elements of containing Hasse diagram A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J. So this is the set A is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J. Okay. As we discussed that for finding the upper bound and the lower bound, I have to take set B, which contains some elements of A. Okay, that is considered B is equal to A, B, C. So A, B, C. This is the subset of A. We have to take the subset of given set A. Okay. Sometimes in examinations, they will be given the subset. Okay. In case of not given, we have to take that subset with the maximum 2 or 3 elements. Okay. So first we have to find for this particular Hasse diagram, we have to find upper bound. So what is the condition? We compare B elements is related to A or not. Okay, B elements are related to A or not. So first element is A. So A, we compare A element with these all elements. So here A is related to A. A is related to itself. So A related to A related to B, A related to B, and A related to C, A related to D. From the path A to B, B to D. Okay. So A to D and A to E, A to F, so A to G and A to H. This is the path A to B, B to D, D to G, G to H. So A is related to H and A is related to J. So A is related to all the elements of A. So next we go for another element B. So B is related to A. No, it is not related to A. So we have to move upwards only. We have do not move downwards. Okay. So here B is related to not related to A. So this is downwards. So we do not move downwards. Okay. So we have to move upwards. So B is not related to A and B is related to itself. So B is related to B and B is not related to C. There is no edge between B and C. So B is not related to C and B is related to D. So B is connected with the D and B is connected to A, E. So B is related to F from the path B to E, E to F. So here B is related to F. Next B is related to G. So B is related to G and B is related to H. So B is related to D, D to G, G to H. So B is related to H and D is related to J. So B to E, E to F, F to J. So here B is related to J. Okay. Next we go for another element of B, that is C. So we have to check if the C is related to all the elements of A or not. So first C, we consider C. C is not related to A because we do not come downwards. Okay. In Hasse diagram, every element between the every element is relation is less than or equal to. So that's the reason. So we have to take the relation upward direction only. So C does not related to A and C does not related to B because there is no path between C to B and C or C. So itself it is a relation. So C or C, and C related to D. No, C, there is no path between C to D. So C not related to D, and C related to E, and C related to F, and C does not related to G. Okay, C not related to G, C related to H, and C related to J. Okay, so now we check all these three elements of B has a relation with all the elements of A or not. Okay, so here A is related to A, but B and C are not related to A. So next element, A is related to B is related to B, but C not related to B. So A is related to C, but B does not related to C not related to C. So here A related to D, B related to D, C not related to D. So A related to E, here the element, first element. So A related to E, B related to E, C related to E. So upper bounds are E and F. So here G not related to C. So G is not considered here. And A related to H, and B related to H, and C related to H. So H is one upper bound of the set. And J also related to J is also related to A, B, C. So A is related to J, B is related to J, C is related to J. Okay. So the upper bounds of given uh, set is E, F, H, G. Okay. E, F, G, H, G. So this is how we find upper bounds of any particular subset of A. So here we consider the subset A, B, C. For this set, the upper bounds of uh, upper bounds are E, F, H, J. So in this, we have to find least upper bound. In this, we have to find least upper bound or LUB. That is called LUB. That is, so E be the least of these all upper bounds. So E, F, H, J. So what is the least upper bound? E. So the least upper bound is E. Okay. And the least upper bound is A. So E is the nearer when compared with other elements of upper bounds. So E is the least upper bound of this set. Okay. So next, lower bound. So in lower bound, we compare A to B. So all the elements of A are related to B or not. Okay. All the elements of A are related to B or not. So first we go for A element in set A. A is connected to B, A is connected to C, and A is itself A. So A is related to A is related to B, A is related to C. So B is not related to A, and B is not related to C. So B is not related to B. B itself related. So B related to B. So C does not related to A. C does not related to A, and C does not related to B, and C itself related to C. So C related to C. Okay. So we go for another element D. D not related to A, not related to B, not related to C, because the we do not go for downwards. Okay. So here also E, E not related to A, not related to B, not related to C. So F is also not related to A, F is not related to B, F is not related to C. So also G not related to A, not related to B, not related to C, because these are in downwards. Okay. H not related to A, H not related to B, H not related to C. J is also not related to B, A, C. Okay. So this is the comparison for all the elements of A to B. So now we check all these three elements, all the elements of A has a relation with all the elements of B or not. So the first element A only has a relation with all the elements of B. So A related to A related to B, and A related to C. and remaining elements are not related to elements of B. So the lower bound is singleton set A. Okay, the lower bound is singleton set A. And this is the only lower bound, and it is itself a greatest lower bound. That is singleton set A is the greatest lower bound for given Hess diagram. Okay, this is how we calculate upper bound, lower bound, and least upper bound and greatest lower bound of given Hess diagram. Okay, we go for another example. So here it is. Uh, in this example, so this is a given Hess diagram. So in this Hess diagram, the elements of A is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So let us consider B is equal to C, D, E. So we have to consider this subset of A, that set contains the elements C, D, E. Okay. For this particular Hess diagram, we have to find upper bound, lower bound, and least upper bound and greatest lower bound. Okay. So we compare B elements with all the elements of A. So B elements are C, D, A. So C is not related to A, C is not related to B, and C is related to D, and C is related to E, C is related to D to F. So C related to F, and C related to G, and C related to H. And we go for D element. D not related to A, B, C, and E. D do not have a path between D to E. So D itself relation. So D related to D, and D do not have a relation with A, B, C, and E. Okay. So D related to F, and D related to G, and D related to H. Okay. So next an element E. So E do not have a relation with A, B, C, and D, and E itself a relation. So E related to E, E related to F, and E related to G, and E related to H. Okay. So now we check all the is three elements of B has a relation with all the elements of A or not, and consider upper bounds. The upper bounds are, so here C not related with A, not related with B, not related with C. So here D not related C. So we did not consider this element, and C related with C, D, E related with F. So the first upper bound is F, and C, D, E related with G. So the next upper bound is G, and last upper bound is H. So in these three upper bounds, which one is the least upper bound? Which one is the least upper bound? So F is the least upper bound of these three elements. Okay. So F is the least upper bound, which F is nearer to these three elements. So C, D, E are F is nearer to these three elements. So F is least upper bound of the given the set B. Okay. So next we find lower bound. So in lower bound we have to compare A elements with B. A elements with B. So A related to C here. A related to C, B related to C, C related itself, and D do not related to C, E do not related to C, and F do not related to C, and F do not related to E and D. So here F not related to C, F not related to D, F not related to E. Similarly, G not related to C, G not related to D, G not related to E, H not related to C, and D and E. So the lower bounds are, so A only the element, it has a relation with all the elements of B. So A related to C, A related to D, and A related to E. So the lower bound, first lower bound is A and next lower bound is B. So here B also related to C, D, E, and B is the another lower bound, and C related to itself, and C related to D, C related to E. So C is related to every element of B. So C is the lower bound of set A. Okay. So A, B, C. In these lower bounds, we have to find greatest lower bound. So which one is the greatest lower bound of these three? What is these three are lower bounds of the set A. So which one is the greatest lower bound? C. Okay. These are least lower bounds. So C is the nearer to remaining all elements of A. So C is the greatest lower bound of the set A. Okay. So this is how we have to check the lower bound, upper bound, and least upper bound and greatest lower bound of given Hus diagram or given poset. Okay. These are the main components of poset and Hus diagram terminology. Okay. What are they? Maximal element, minimal element, greatest element, least element, upper bound, lower bound, least upper bound, greatest lower bound. Okay. So next topic is lattice. This is one of the other important topic in this unit. So what is the lattice? How we determine a lattice for a given poset, whether a poset is lattice or not. To check whether a given poset is lattice or not, we have some condition which is based on uh, previous we discussed, that is the greatest lower bound and upper bound. Okay, least upper bound. So what is definition? A lattice L is a poset in which any two elements A and B, have a greatest lower bound called as meet. Okay, have a greatest lower bound called as meet. It is represented by A meet B. So here and we consider like intersection also. Okay, and a least upper bound called as join A or B. In simple manner, we say any pair of elements of given poset has a greatest element and least element, then we call it as a lattice. Otherwise it is not a lattice. So any pair of element of a given poset, okay, any pair of elements of a given poset has a greatest element as well as least element, then we call it as a lattice. Otherwise it is not a lattice. Okay. So go for example, determine whether the following poset is lattice or not. So A less than or equal to. So here A, we have the set A. A contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the relation defined on this set is A divides B. A divides B. Okay. Uh, so we have to check whether it is given poset is lattice or not. So first we have to draw Hess diagram for given poset. Um, then we find greatest lower bound and least upper bound, least upper bound. Okay. So first we draw Hess diagram. So first we go for least element 1. So we take 1 and the pair 2. So the relation is 2 divides 1. So 2 divides 1. Yes, 2 divides 1. So we connected 1 to 2. And next element 3. 3 divides 1, but 3 divides means 3 by 1. Okay. So 3 does not divides by 2 fully. So we connected 3 directly with 1. And next go for another element 4. So 4 is divides by 1. 2 and but not divides by 3. So we take the 4 node is here. So 1 to 2, 2 to 4. Next element 5. So this 5 is not connected with the previous elements, not connected, not divides with the previous element. So the 5 is connected directly to 1. So 1 to 5, we connect 1 to 5. And the last element 6. 6 divides by 1, 6 divides by 2, 6 divides by 3. So we have to take the 6 in between 2 to 3. So 1, 2, 6 and 1, 3, 6. So there is a path between two numbers 1 to 2 to 6 and 1 to 3 to 6. Okay, this is the given Hasse diagram for given poset. And so in this Hasse diagram, so what we have to check, the given poset has a greatest element, least element, having greatest element or not. Okay, so suppose I am taking first pair, any pair we have to consider, but the pair having the greatest element and the least element, then we say that the given poset is lattice, otherwise it is not lattice. So in this Hasse diagram, I am considering the pair 4 comma 6. So 4 comma 6, in this Hasse diagram, the 4 comma 6 do not have upper bounds. Okay, 4 comma 6 have upper bounds. 4 itself upper bound, 6 itself upper bound, but no have least upper bound, common upper bound. So no least upper bound. Okay, so we have to consider another pair 3 comma 5. So here also 3 comma 5 do not have least upper bound. Okay, least upper bound. So for these two pairs, for considering two pairs of a given poset, do not have any common upper bound or lower bound, least upper bound, whether, okay, so do not have any common upper bound or least upper bound. So from this we said this poset is not a lattice. This poset is not a lattice because these two pairs do not have least upper bound. So for finding a given lattice, given poset is a lattice or not, just check it out with the two pairs have greatest lower bound and least upper bound. Which one of the condition is not satisfied? It is not a lattice. So here it not satisfies the least upper bound property. So the given poset is not a lattice. Okay. So go for another example. Determine whether following Hasse diagram is lattice or not. Okay, this is the given Hasse diagram. So the Hasse diagram containing the elements, consider like I said, A is equal to A, B, C, D, and we take the subset of A. So that is that subset having elements C comma D. So this C comma D, this C comma D have least upper bound. So C itself upper bound and D itself upper bound. So in these the least upper bound and greatest lower bound is exist. So this is the lower bound and this is the least upper bound. Okay, upper bound. So least upper bound is C and greatest lower bound is A. So every pair of elements have greatest lower bound as well as least upper bound in this given Hasse diagram. So the relation, the poset A less than or equal to is a lattice. Okay. So next definition, bounded lattice. Next definition, bounded lattice. So a lattice is called bounded lattice. A lattice L is called bounded lattice if it has a greatest element I. So it represented by the greatest element that represented by I and a least element that represented by and the least element it represented by 0. Okay, what is greatest element and least element, that is already we discussed in previous definitions. So when we say the given lattice is bounded lattice or not. So in a bounded lattice, the given lattice L has a greatest element and least element. Okay, given lattice has a greatest element and the least element, then that lattice is called bounded lattice. Okay, here the greatest element is represented by I and the least element is represented by O. Okay, so let us consider an example. The given set A is equal to A, B, C, and the power set of this given set. So power set means subset of all the subset of this given set. So the subsets are empty set and singleton set A and singleton set B and singleton set C, set of A comma B, set of B comma C, set of C comma A, and set of A comma B comma C. So next, we draw a Hudson diagram for given lattice. So when we draw the Hudson diagram, we go for least element, that is phi. So phi is related to A, B, C. Ante means phi is related to A, B, C. So phi related to A and phi related to B. And phi is a subset of every set. Okay. So phi is related to A, phi is related to B, phi is related to C. So here A is related to A comma C and A comma B. Okay, the condition is less than or equal to, it satisfies the condition less than or equal to. So B is related to B comma C and A comma B. This A comma B is related to A comma B comma C. So here A comma C is related to A comma B comma C and B comma C is related to A comma B comma C. This is the Hudson diagram for given power set. So in this, greatest element is represented denoted with I and least element is represented with 0. So in this Hasse diagram, we consider maximal element. So what is the maximal element of this Hasse diagram? So top elements of the Hasse diagram we consider as a maximal element. So what is the top element of this Hasse diagram? A, B, C. So it will be unique. Okay. So maximal element is A, B, C and it is unique. Okay. Next, what is the least minimal element of Hasse diagram? What is the minimal element? How we consider that bottom of the Hasse diagram, bottom element of the Hasse diagram is considered as least minimal element. Okay. So here the minimal element is singleton set 5. So what is the greatest element? Greatest element that is equal to I or not. So yes, this is greatest element. The so the is equal. So minimal element is a unique minimal element is equal to least element. Minimal unique element is equal to least element. Okay. So next, we consider another example. Another definition, go for another definition, that is sublattice. A non-empty subset of S of a lattice L is called sublattice. So S be a subset of given lattice L, and when we say that S is a sublattice of L, is it satisfies the condition for all A comma B. Here A, B are the elements in S, and it satisfies the condition A joins B and A mid B belongs to S. So in S here S is a sublattice. So A join B. Join means, what is that? Join means greatest lower bound and meet means least upper bound. So if I consider sublattice having join and meet, then we say that S is sublattice of L. So let us consider an example. So the given example is D12, divisors of 12. The relation is divides. Then the set contains the elements. So 12 divides by 1, 12 divides by 2, 12 divides by 3, 12 divides by 4, and 12 divides by 6. So these are the elements coming under the divisor of 12. So first we draw the Hess diagram for this given coset. So one is least element. So one is related to 2. So here 2 is divided, 2 divides by 1. So 2 is connected to 1, and 3 is not divides by 2, but 3 is divides by 1. So 3 is directly connected to 1, and 4 is divides by 1 and 2. So 4 is connected in path of 1 to 2, 4, and 6 is divides by 1, 2, 3. So 6 is connected to 3. So here there is a path from 1 to 2 to 6, and 1, 3, 3 to 6. Okay, 12 is divides by every element of before set. So 12 divides by 1, and 12 divides by 2, 12 divides by 3, 12 divides by 4, 12 divides by 6. So the top element is 12. So there is a path from every element of the set. So 1 to 2, 2 to 4 to 12, and 1 to 3, 3 to 6 to 12. Okay, 2 to 6, 1 to 6 to 12. So this is the Hess diagram for given coset, and it is also lattice, because in the every pair of elements has a greatest element and least element. So when we said the given subset of lattice is subset of given lattice. So here we consider 1 comma 4 comma 6, one the set containing the elements 1, 4, 6. This is not a lattice. So the relation is 1 to 4, 4 to 6. The diagram like this, 1 to 4, 4, 1 to 6. But this is not a lattice, because this subset having least element but does not having greatest element. Okay. So this is not sublattice of given lattice. So another example, we have to take another set, 1, 2, 6, 12. So 1, 2, 6, 12. So 1, 2, 6, 12. So is it a lattice or sublattice or not? Yes, it is a sublattice, because the subset having least element and greatest element. So this is how we said the given lattice, the subset, the given set is subset of given lattice or not. Okay. So next definition, distributive lattice. So distributive lattice, a lattice is L is called a distributive lattice if any elements A, B, C, if any elements A comma B and C, okay, and it satisfies the following properties, The properties are A and B or C, A and B or C, that is equal to A and B or A and C, that is equal to A and B or A and C. And second property is AR means A join B meet C is equal to A join B meet A join C. So here we read it as A join B meet C, that is equal to A join B meet A join C. So what is meet and join? So A meet B means greatest lower bound between A comma B, and A join B means least upper bound between A comma B. So these are the properties. When the given lattice satisfies these properties, then we say that the given lattice is distributive lattice. Okay. So consider an example. Determine whether this lattice is distributive or not. Determine whether this lattice is distributive or not. Okay. So the given first Hess diagram is, so A, B, C. So 0 is the least element represented by O, and I is the greatest element of this Hess diagram, and it represented by I. Okay. So every pair of elements has greatest element and least element. So it is a given lattice. Okay. First, this given lattice is distributive or not. Whether we check this given lattice is distributive or not. So we check one of the property. any one of the properties satisfies that given lattice is distributive. So first we check the property. A meet B join C is equal to A meet B join A meet C. So first we consider left hand side. So A meet, so B C, R means join. So B C joins the point. Which point? Which node? I. That is greatest element. So C joins the point C I. So B joins C is equal to I. So and A and I meet the point. And means meet. So means here least upper bound. So greatest lower bound. So I and A, the both are having the lower bound O, and the greatest lower bound also. Sorry, greatest lower bound for I. The upper bounds are A. Sorry, lower bounds are A and 0. In that, the greatest lower bound is A. So A meet I is equal to A. So we go for left right hand side. A and B, A comma B meet at the point I. So meet means we consider the lower bound, greatest lower bound, that is 0, and A and C also consider greatest lower bound, that is 0. So 0 joins 0 itself. So that is equal to itself. So least element. So here left hand side not equal to right hand side. So from this we say that the given lattice is not distributive. That is, this is an non-distributive lattice. This is an non-distributive lattice. So next go for another example. This is pentagon Hasse diagram. So here this lattice having the elements greatest element I and the least element 0. So the property A and B or C is equal to A meet B join A meet C. So here A meet B C join with I. So I. So A and I, in this, what is the greatest lower bound? A. Okay, what is the greatest lower bound? A. So A meet I is equal to A. So A and B, we consider A and B. A, B, what is the greatest lower bound? 0. So 0 joins A and C. So A and C. So here what is the greatest lower bound? The C comma 0 are lower bounds of this set. So here the greatest lower bound is C. So C 0 join C. So 0 join C gives C. Okay. Join means these 2 points join at C means the greatest upper bound of these 2 elements. So A not equal to C. So this example is also, this given lattice is also not satisfying the distributive property. So this is also non-distributive lattice. Okay. So this is how we check given lattice is bounded or not. So given lattice satisfies, L satisfies. One of the property we explained in above is called distributive lattice. Okay. So next one, complement lattice. Complement lattice. So suppose, so what is definition for complement lattice? Suppose L comma less than or equal to be a lattice. So given poset is a lattice with universal bounds. So the bounds are I and O. So this is greatest element and this is least element. For any element A belongs to given lattice L. So B is said to be complement of A if B is said to be complement of A if A joins B is equal to I. So join means least upper bound. Okay. A meet B is equal to O. O means least element and A meet B. Meet means greatest lower bound. Greatest lower bound. So these are the properties. The given lattice satisfies these properties. Then the given lattice of any element of that given lattice is said to be complement of A. Okay. So by commutative property of meet and join, we can also say So B is a complement of A, then A is also complement of A by the property, according to the property of commutative property. Okay. So let us go for example. So if A is equal to AB, what is the complement of A in power set singleton set A, singleton set B, singleton set B, singleton set of A comma B. So the Hasse diagram for given power set is least element is 5, 5 related 5 divides A and B, and AB joins A comma B. Okay. So we have to check A comma B meets the greatest element or not. Okay. We have to check A comma B meets the greatest element or not. That is the condition. Okay. A join B, that is equal to greatest element. So in this element, A, B joins the greatest element, that is equal to I. So yes, it is satisfied. So A join B, that is equal to A comma B, that is equal to I. So the given Hasse diagram, the given lattice satisfies the first property. And second property is A comma B meets the least element or greatest upper bound, meets the least element or greatest element. Yes, A comma B meets the least element or greatest lower bound, greatest lower bound. Okay, that is 5. 5 is equal to 5 represented by 0. So it also satisfies the second condition. So from this we say that B is a complement of A. B is, so here B is complement of A. So by commutative property of meet and join, we can also say A is a complement of B. Okay. So next example, if A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 5, 30. So we are having elements 1, 2, 3, 5, 30, and A less than or equal to B. So the relation is A less than or equal to B. If and only if A divides B. Okay. What is the complement of 2? So we have to check the complement of 2 in this given lattice. So first we have to draw the Hasse diagram for given lattice. And so one is one divides 1 less than or equal to 1. First we go for least element 1, and 2 divides 1, and 3 does not divides 1, does not divides 2, and it divides by 1. So 3 is connected directly to 1, and 5 is divides by 1, but 5 not connected, 5 not divides by 2 and 3. So 5 is also directly connected to 1. So 1 is the least element, it represented by 0, and in is set 5, sorry, last element 30. 30 is divides by 1, 2, 3 and 5. So now we take the 30 here. So 1 to 2 to 30, 1 to 3 to 30, and 1 to 5 to 30. This is the Hasse diagram for the given lattice. So now we have to check the um, properties, we that pair containing the element 2. So what is the complement of, the here question is what is the complement of 2? So 2 meet 3, we consider the pair 2 3. So 2 meet 3, the least lower bound. Okay. So 2 3 meets the lower bound, that is the least element, is equal to 0. Yes, it is satisfied. And 2 3 join the greatest element. Yes, it satisfies the condition. So we take another pair 2 comma 5. So 2 5 satisfies the condition. 2 5 meet the uh, upper lower least element, that is 0, and 2 and 5 joins the greatest element, that is I. So here 2 and 3, 2 joins this, satisfies these properties. So from this we say that complement of 2 is 3 comma 5. Complement of 2 is 3 comma 5. So similarly we have to compare other elements of A, but in this example 3 and 5 is only complements of 2, I think. Okay. This is the topic about lattice. So in next class we are going to discuss about algebraic structures. Okay. Thank you.